Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. Hit the like button. Uh, Sub to the channel if you're not a member. Also hit the notifications too. And be sure that you're sharing this video too as well. Top of the AM to everybody. Um, I want to give a shout out to the whole entire Lions Den, basketball and boxing communities. And I appreciate all of my subs that's been rocking with me, my day ones and my new subs. Dallas, we have a problem. Not Houston. Dallas, we have a problem. The Mavericks ended up losing to the Boston Celtics 106-99. Despite a tremendous game by Kyrie Irving. This loss was not on Kyrie Irving. Okay, this loss was on two people. This loss was on Jason Kidd, and this loss was on Luka. Okay. What's up, Ted? I see you in the building. Yeah, don't worry, they gonna get it. Salute to you, Nelson. They gonna get it. Man, look here. Let me start off with Luka, because then I'm gonna put the icing on the cake with Jason Kidd. Yeah, Luka had 27. Luka had 27. And I can't even lie. I gotta agree with Stephen A. Smith when he said something. He said that 27 points was very overrated and overstated, man. Luka got to understand in this situation. He has to understand team ball, but more importantly, man, he's got to be more mental. You can't be crying about the refs every single possession, every time something don't go your way. Now, could that call have went either way? Yes, but the only thing is that even though that Jaylen Brown, he initiated the contact, still out on the perimeter. When you're out on the perimeter, especially a free throw extended like that, your feet gotta be set. You know. Now, I'm gonna talk about this a little bit later, but I'm gonna get back on Luka. I disagree with the call with PJ Washington, the illegal screen. Now that right there was a messed up call. Yeah, he was definitely shot jacking, and I'm, that's. I mean, Luka's gonna do that. I'm not really. I honestly. Okay, yeah, play your game, but the thing about it is you need to move the ball. Dallas got to move the ball, and that's what the edge is. What's it called? Has like 30 assists. Boston had 30 assists compared to I think it was like either 26 to I have to go back and go check. I think it was 26 assists to like Dallas's. They had like a way lower number than Boston, but that is because of your main player. Y'all were absolutely destroying. Y'all were not destroying them in the first half, in the first quarter, but y'all actually came out really aggressive. It was like, okay, we got the stars in here tonight. We got Emmett up in there. You know what I'm saying? We got to do this for for Larry Allen, R.I.P. You know what I'm saying? Got to do this, man, in front of Mahomes. You got to do this in front of, you know what I'm saying? You got to do it in front of everybody. You got to do it in front of Nash. You got to do it in front of Dirk. You got to do it in front of him, man. You know, and it seemed that way, and it looked good. but they didn't sustain it. They could not sustain that lead, and then in that third quarter was key. Now, Luka was sitting up there, crying and complaining and stuff like that. You're not gonna get your way. You can speak Slovenian, you can speak Swahili, you can speak Espanol, you can speak all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? The refs are gonna make their call. You have got to play through it. And unfortunately, your feet weren't set. Now, had you been in the post, and let's say your feet weren't quite set, and Jaylen Brown, let's say he didn't fall, you probably would have actually got that call. Probably would have been an offensive foul, most likely. But I know a lot of people were livid and all that other stuff, but his feet weren't set. But yeah, Luka, man, you man, this is on you. But we all know what the media is gonna do. They're gonna revert back. If they end up getting swept, or they end up getting gentlemen swept, what the media is gonna try to do. They're gonna try to blame it on Kyrie, and they're gonna take it back to Kyrie struggling. They don't care about the 35 points he had. They don't care about none of that. They don't care the fact of how great he was shooting efficient wise. They don't care about none of that. All they want to do is they want to try to still demonize him. There's nothing I can say about Kyrie tonight. Absolutely not. Even the crucial shot that he missed. Kyrie, he went out. Jason Kidd. And listen, y'all know I've defended Jason Kidd. Y'all know how I feel about Jason Kidd. But Jason Kidd, you wrong, bro. You wrong. Now, Stephen A. Smith was up in there trying to get on Tim Hardaway Jr., saying, oh yeah, you couldn't even get a foul and all this other bullshit, right? Man, fuck all that. That wasn't Tim Hardaway Jr.'s fault. This man barely in the rotation and can't get a goddamn rhythm. Now you want to throw him in there in the rotation in a crucial game situation, knowing damn well this man ain't in rhythm. So I don't expect Hardaway to, I expect all sorts of things going through his mind. You should have been playing him like you're supposed to. And then on top of that, I do agree with Luka with what he said. It was kind of a shot at Jason Kidd at the press conference. He said we should have maintained what we were doing in the first quarter. I think with the lineups, they should have just maintained it and maintained with what they had as far as the continuity and the chemistry. But no, Jay Kidd want to be on some. Oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and put you in there now. Man, you should have kept that same energy. You should have kept that same energy. What's up with it, Matt? Yeah, well, Boston is deep. Their bench is deep, but you know what? They didn't have Porzingis. So now we ain't got no excuses. They can't say, oh, hey, if Dallas would have beat Boston or something like that, or it would have went the other way or something like that, then, you can't say anything because they beat them without Porzingis. So what you gonna say now? They beat him without a guy who everybody said was a vital piece, but they were still able to get the win. Now in the fourth quarter, they did make that run. I think it was a 22-2 run. Dallas had a chance up until Luka fouling out. I'm pleased the way Lively played. I'm pleased the way PJ Washington played. Gafford could have could have did a lot better down the stretch. But this series is over with. But Jason Kidd deserves the smoke. I wouldn't be surprised, man, if they look if listen, and I know this is gonna be hard for some people to hear. I wouldn't be surprised if some people would be trying to look for Jason Kidd to possibly to part ways with Dallas. But that's gonna be impossible because of him signing the contract, him getting that extension. But Jason Kidd, you wrong, man. You wrong. You should have. Why are you gonna put a man in there who barely even played? You didn't even play him yesterday. Barely been getting playing time. All because of this is stemming back because of what Tim Hardaway Jr. Or Tim Hardaway Sr. said. I don't want to hear none of this stuff about Tim Hardaway Jr. He played like ass. He played like garbage and all this other stuff. Listen. Sports, particularly basketball, is about rhythm. Tim Hardaway Jr., I know he could play. He was one of the better two-way players in the league. He was good for defense, and he was good for knocking down three-point shots, especially beginning of his career. And then on top of that, Tim Hardaway Jr., what y'all don't know, Tim Hardaway Jr. was averaging 14 points a game, I think, during the season. You said refs had a whistle in their mouth. You said it's the refs' fault. Nope, not the refs' fault, man. Not on this one. There were two calls that I was disappointed in, but no. You gotta play through that. Yeah, shoot it in the rhythm. You said Hardaway Sr. told the truth. Yeah, he did. Don't blame the refs. Yeah, exactly. Matt, you on point with that. You can't. Hey, listen. See, Steven, you sound like Luka. Whatever he's speaking, Slovenia or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Man, they don't care what you're speaking. They're like, man, get your ass up, man, and go play, man. Can't nobody understand your motherfucking ass anyway. You got to play, man. You got to stop crying, man. This is the NBA Finals. Hey, Kobe would have sucked that shit up, pause, and just said, you know what? Fuck it, and then go on a tear. Jordan, you want to make a bogus call? No problem. I'm going to use that as motivation. Kareem, I'm going to use that as motivation. The greats, they use that as motivation. And plus, you at home. You at home. You are at home. You didn't listen, man. The only thing is I didn't like that call, like I said, with the illegal screen with P.J. Washington. I will give you that, Stephen. But other than that, I thought, the officiating was a lot better. Man, shut your ass up and go play, man. Nobody got time for you sitting up there crying. You cry. Listen, and Luka got the reputation for crying every time he don't get his way and shit. Listen, this is the NBA Finals. They gonna let you play. I need this. I need that. Matter of fact, I know. They tripping because Boston did shoot a lot. They shot. I think they shot like 90% at the line or something like that. Luka was pushed in the back. What do you mean pushed in the back? When? He wasn't pushed in no back. What are you talking about? He came forward, and he didn't have his feet set. Like I told you. Like if you play basketball, man, out on the perimeter where they can literally see your feet gotta be, I ain't gonna say perfect, but they gotta be damn near perfect set, nigga, in order for you to get that offensive foul. You could ask anybody, everybody knows that. You can't be moving like that, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're moving lateral like that, and then your feet ain't set, even though now Jaylen Brown he initiated the contact or whatever, but the thing about it is they both fell. You know what I'm saying? And his feet weren't set. Yeah, crying up in front of Dallas legend. That wasn't a charge. That wasn't a charge. Now, like go back and go listen. Go back now. That illegal screen, that wasn't an illegal screen by PJ Washington. I got that stuck in my mind but then like I said, it could have went either way. Okay, I'm gonna explain it again. Okay, I'm gonna explain it to you again, Stephen. Had he been in the post, had he been like maybe I would say free throw and below, and let's say Luka's feet were set, and or maybe not perfect or something like that, he would have got that call. Luka would have got that call. You said that was Washington pushing the back. Man, you talking about man, you all over the place. I'm talking about the illegal screen, screen that was set, and I'm talking about the offensive foul. You can't push nobody in the back with an offensive foul, man. Man, you need to go get you some breakfast, Steven. Go smoke you some weed or something, man. You know what I'm saying? You coming up in here, man, this morning, man. I don't know if you ain't had your coffee. You automatically, well, yeah, you had caffeinated coffee. Caffeinated coffee, not caffeinated coffee. You had caffeinated coffee because you capping right now. But nah, I can't. I'm not gonna sit up here and blame it on the refs, man. You gotta play through that, and then on top of that, you at home. And also, you gotta look at it too like this, y'all. You gotta look at it like this too, Matt Moses and Ted and Steven. Check this out too. Check this out, right? The refs did do their job. The refs did do their job, man. Listen, bro, like they did their job. I mean, they could have won that game. What? They was up by 13. They was up by 13. That fell on Jason Kidd not keeping it hot, not keeping the rotation hot, and also him his questionable way of inserting Tim Hardaway Jr. into a situation like that. I'm not the only one that feels that way. Am I the only one that feels that way? Come on now. I can't be the only one that feels that way, and I can't be the only one that recognizes it. I'm not going to sit here defending Luka or anything like that. Luka played horrible. But see, when Kyrie played bad, look, oh man, it's on Kyrie. Kyrie. It's like they love saying Kyrie. They listen, the media wanted Kyrie to do bad so bad last night, just so that they can have something to talk about, especially Stephen A. Smith on biscuit eating ass. But it wasn't on Kyrie. It wasn't on Kyrie. The other role players, they did I can't even lie, they did a solid job. Now they're not gonna listen. Everybody at this stage right now is either, they got something hurting them, or, they muscles are aching. You're talking about an 82 plus game season. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody gonna be in some sort of pain. So everybody, you're not the only one that's feeling the way that they feeling. I know Luka disappointed. I know he mad. I know he all that, man. But man, you got to do your part too. And you hoisting up the shots and everything when Kyrie is cooking, when the ball needs to move around, that's on you. You sitting there, you want to dance with the rock and do all that other stuff. No, Kyrie was actually trying to move the ball, and he was, he was getting his shots. He wasn't wasting no time. I mean, he was doing all sorts of different things. You know, he would get to the rack, floaters, everything. You name it, he was doing it. I mean, tremendous game. You could tell, like, he had it on his mind. He been listening to the LDBC, you know what I'm saying? They've been getting on him. Yeah. If it was Jordan, the refs would call that foul. That's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true. We can't. Come on, man. You got to come with, man. That's lazy logic right there. That's the thing. That's what I was saying about Jason Tatum. See, like Jason Tatum, he had a good game tonight, but I still think that Jaylen Brown had the better game shooting wise. You know what I'm saying? But he had a great game. See, he had a great game shooting wise. That's what I'm saying. You know, some days you're gonna be on, some days you're gonna be out. But Jason Tatum was cooking. So we can't sit up here and say, "Oh yeah, man, if it was Jordan, they would have did this." If it was Jordan, that's not necessarily true, because there were times when they didn't give Jordan calls, and then when they didn't give Kobe calls. If you're looking at an aspect of him fouling out, you got to look at the whole entire game too, man. You can't be like, "Oh man, well if it was Jordan, man, they would have did this, they would have did that, man." Them refs didn't even care about Jordan like that. You know, I know we want to use a little Brian Russell, that theory of him, doing what he did or whatever, man. But you gotta look at other factors too. And I wanted to tell you this too. You talk about, oh yeah, if it was Jordan and all this other stuff, right? Well, what about the OKC play? Did we forget about that? A lot of people feel like OKC should be in the position that Dallas is. Did we forget about that? The NBA had came out and they basically admitted that they were wrong about that call against with the Dallas OKC series. How about we talk about that? You ain't talking about that, huh? Hello. Hola. Buenos stars. See, you don't want to talk about that. You do not want to talk about that. But overall, man, it's over with, man. It's either gonna be a gentleman sweep or it's gonna be a straight sweep. And like I said, man, this loss was on Jason Kidd. I know a lot of people probably don't agree with me on that, but it was on Jason Kidd and it was on Luka. I'm not gonna get mad at Tim Hardaway Jr. at all. I'm not gonna get mad at him because you can't get a rhythm. You can't get a rhythm for defense. You can't get a rhythm for shooting if I'm in and out the game. I ain't played yesterday. I barely played the day before that and played a game before that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I got you, man. And I like Jason Kidd, but he was wrong for this. And I know Mark Cuban is getting on him. I know Finley is getting on him. I know Dirk Nowitzki getting on him. I know all the former Mavericks are saying, what the hell is going on? He need to quit being stubborn, man. Or just go ahead and they need to go ahead and just trade. Tim Hardaway Jr. just need to go ahead and force his way up out of there. That's what I would do. You said Luka would do better in Game 4? That's great, but they're not going to win. They're going to go home, and he's going to go back to Slovenia and drink some good-ass beer and link up with Jokic and them and stuff, and probably go ahead and get ready for the Olympics and all that. But they're not winning no Larry O'Brien, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You focus on individual. Oh, yeah, Luka would do better. Luka would do better. No, the team got to do better. The team. together everyone achieves more. Did you forget it was a team, or you just concerned about Luka, 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 Luka? That's why they don't win. Too much one-on-one. Luka, Kyrie, Luka. No. You see how everybody gets involved with Boston, Steven? You see how Drew Holiday get involved? You see how Derek White get involved? You see how Al Horford get involved? You see how Jaylen Brown gets involved? You see how Porzingis was involved? You see how Peyton Pritchard gets involved? It's everybody. You see the ball movement going on? No, you still focus on Luka. Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. That's why they lost last night. Lost in front of champions. You lost in front of Emmitt Smith. You lost in front of Mahomes. Luka. Nah, fuck all that. You're not supposed to lose in front of no legends like that. Oh, he'll do better next game. Nigga, I'm not concerned about you doing better next game. I'm concerned about you playing defense. I'm concerned about you not crying. I'm concerned about you diving on the floor like Larry used to do. You want to compare this dude to Larry Bird? Larry Bird, man, he would have been up in the man blood on his on something, doing everything that he could. Oh, you whining and crying to the refs and all that shit. Yeah, brown sugar ain't in here. No, we talking about this though. Why you mentioning her? We talking about you. You the one that love Luka and Kyrie and all this, crying about the refs and all this other stuff. Nah, they winning. They about to win. Shit, brown sugar should be she should be chilling. But let's stay right here. Let's stay on topic. Don't run away from the argument, nigga. And to think arguing with a guy who said I wasn't a real Mavs fan because I refused to root for Luka. What's up, Andover? All right, man, Andover, you run me back, man. You've been kind of capping about Caitlin Clark, but we gonna get on that. Nah, man, because you cheering for, man. This ain't individual. You ain't gonna win playing one-on-one basketball. If you go back and you go look at the Jazz versus the Bulls, it was the role players, okay? Michael Jordan, yes, he was hoping and stuff like that, but it was the role players. If you go back and you go look at the first Jazz, it was Michael Jordan, but it was also the role players. If you go back and you go look at the Sonics with Michael Jordan, I like to use this or whatever because they always want to come with the theory, oh, Jason Tatum struggling and all this other stuff. It's your role players. Well, you got to look at a main player like a Luka who dances with the Rocket, do all this other stuff, great score and stuff like that. But in the same situation, you got to give him the same smoke because they ain't giving Kyrie the same smoke as Luka. I got to give him the same smoke. If it was Kyrie, they'd be all on him. Oh, we got to get rid of Kyrie. This is a bad decision. All this other stuff. Nah, they were doing good when they beat Minnesota. They were good when they beat OKC. Come on. That's what you're supposed to do. Get out your feelings, man. I mean, shoot, they lost. You got money riding on the game or something? Shoot, that's what you're supposed to do. That's her squad. You know what I'm saying? I'll be talking shit too. Who cares, man? You worried about Luka? Oh, well, Luka, man, he crying, stuff like that. Seems like you worried about more the refs than Luka is. Come on, man. Stop. Man, get off the ground and quit speaking Slovenian and quit crying. Man, get your ass up and quit crying, man. Can't nobody even understand what the fuck you said. Go drink your goddamn beer. Go drink you some Fosters or whatever. I know it's Australian, whatever, man. Stop crying, man. God damn, man. You one of the best scorers in there. They're not going to give you every goddamn call. It just don't work like that. Straight to the point, I'm out.